Archana Patankar, Vice President, NSDC, India, to please join us here and share her knowledge with us.
Good morning, everyone. I'll briefly talk about what we do at NSDC and why are we here along with people from the higher education or education segment. As Dr. Buddha said this morning, I think it's good to see that we have people from education and skill development coming together in this forum. Normally, what happens is we attend events where it's only the skill development segment or people who are implementation partners or people who are trying to skill blue collar workers. So that's the kind of segment that we have been targeting for so many years. But we see a marked shift, particularly in the last few years, where we are kind of doing a backward integration. So you know that NSDC is the nodal agency for skill development for Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And for the longest time, we have done skill development programs mainly targeted at blue-collar workers for industry partnerships. We have run large skill development programs through PMKVY and similar schemes. But we are now deliberately shifting our focus towards higher education institutions, trying to understand what kind of skill development would be required by this segment, how we can meet the industry expectations, and how we can have tailor-made skill programs meant for different target groups. By target groups, I also mean not just particular industries or industry segments, but we are also now looking at all three segments of the economy. So we are looking at agri and allied and agri-tech, agri-business, and what kind of skilling is required over there. Industries, within industries, the core manufacturing, as well as the future skills and the new age industries and what kind of skilling do they require. And of course, the services segment, where we know that logistics, retail, etc. are these booming sectors in our economy. So as NSDC, we are trying to create a blend here that we try to address all the segments and their skill requirements. And one segment which kind of was missing all along from our dialogue was higher education, the education sector per se. Because basically our work starts where as an education sector your work ends. So students are getting their degrees, and then we are kind of helping with the school to work transition, that people learn something in their higher education institutions, and then we give the required short-term skilling to make them more employable. But through our initiatives, whether it is research or skill development or the larger impact programs or CSR programs, we are now trying to target higher education institutions particularly. So just to give you a few examples, we have a large CSR program with Reliance Foundation, where we are trying to design 100 courses for future skills. And these will be targeted at school students and college students, higher education institutions, so that they can equip themselves with the required future skills along with their regular curriculum and make them employable. We are also targeting entrepreneurship in a big way, because we know that everybody may not want to get into formal employment, or maybe some years down the line from employment, people would like to shift to self-employment. And therefore, even right from the higher education stage, it's important that today's youth also know what opportunities exist as far as self-employment is concerned. So we are trying to create again those tailor-made programs for entrepreneurship development as well. Through our research initiative, we are looking at different segments once again where we know that future skills are required. One being green jobs. We know that there is a large shift happening where from conventional energy sources we are moving towards renewable energy. We have to meet our climate change targets, and therefore we need to create a workforce. We need to train our youth to become future ready as far as the green jobs are concerned. So there is a lot of research that we have done to understand what sort of green jobs exist, what sort of jobs will exist in the next 5 to 10 years, and what kind of skilling requirement would we have. And once again, here we are targeting the higher education institutions, the curriculum that is taught over there, to understand what skill development initiatives would be required beyond or in addition to their existing curriculum. We have a kiosk here. Maybe, after this session is over, you can visit and see some of the publications that we have kept over there. And you see that for each publication, there is a theme that we are exploring. So the theme can be agri and allied skilling. The theme can be green jobs. There was also an issue dedicated to higher education and trying to understand what role can we play as NSDC over there. So I'm very happy that, we are all coming together here as supposedly two different segments, but we have to work together because the biggest issue now is how to make youth industry ready or future ready. We know that it takes time to change the curriculum. It takes time for particularly institutions in tier 3, tier 4 cities or in rural areas to adopt those changes. So our role is to make them future ready through whatever short-term trainings, whatever short-term skillings we can undertake. We know that government programs can't support all the initiatives, and therefore we encourage private sector participation in skilling programs through our impact projects, through our CSR initiatives, through unique initiatives like the Skill Impact Bond that some of you might have heard about, where we are targeting 60% out of 50,000 candidates, we are targeting 60% women to come forward, take the training from us and become employable. So we are targeting different groups. In fact, we are also initiating research very soon in the K-12 category to understand what skilling requirements this category has, how we can supplement the existing curriculum with some of our own initiatives. That research work is also going to start very soon. So I highly encourage that you come forward, partner with us, help us design some of these research projects, impact projects. We are ready to support you in terms of designing whatever customized skilling would be required for different segments. But as Dr. Buddha also mentioned, we do not want to focus only on ITES. We want to focus on different segments. We have different requirements as an economy. So we want to be there, omnipresent in all those segments as a nodal agency or as the apex body for skill development in the country. We would like to collaborate here with higher education institutions. We would like to collaborate with industry partners, with our implementation partners who can do the skilling programs for us. So we are open to partnerships. That's the reason why we actually come and represent NSDC in these kind of fora. So very happy to be here. I thank the organizers for inviting us here. And maybe today as well as tomorrow, you can see that there are many sessions which are bringing together experts from industry, experts from CSR space, philanthropy organizations, as well as people belonging to the higher education institutions. So I think over the next 2 days, we can have a lot of deliberations on how we can work together. And I hope to see a great outcome coming out of this kind of an initiative. Thank you so much.